Why was Pete Rose so popular? I'm gonna ruffle feathers here and say the main reason Pete Rose was so popular was not because he was a great player. He was what I would almost refer to as an interloper. He wasn't he wasn't gifted or in any way unique as a player, other than he showboated and he caught the attention of maybe the casual fan who wasn't ever really a successful. Most fans are not successful athletes. I mean, it's just the reality of it. The mathematics of the world, right? Only a few of us can be elite athletes. We have doctors, lawyers, and every other profession out there. So, but Pete Rose, a lot of people identified with him just because he was like the guy that got all the attention because he would run to first base when there was no reason to run to first base, just wasting energy. He would dive into third when there's no reason to dive into third. There's no throw coming, just to make a showboat look. He wasn't fast. He wasn't powerful. He got a lot of hits, but he also his batting average is 303 for the career, which is below players like Rusty Greer and Mark Grace. He was good, but not great. But people just identified with him to the effect of, it's kind of like they wanted to be in those. They could identify more with a guy that was perceived to be trying hard, harder than others, where others had the natural talent and it didn't look like they had to try as hard. So, you have Hall of Fame players of his era like Jim Rice, Andre Dawson, Gary Carter. They put up much better numbers, played better positions, just were better people. But Pete Rose was kind of the jerk, but, and he got into trouble with, the gambling and everything. But people just like the idea of the sort of the rebel. And I totally get that, but I just don't appreciate his game because he wasn't ever elite. He was never a game wrecker. He would get some hits, he would get some flares over the infield, 9 homers a year, nothing at all, threatening. Never had a big game, never had a 3-homer game or anything like that. Never could steal a lot of bases because he just wasn't fast. He was fat and slow, and he was never in good shape. So that's what I feel like is people identify with the guy that got a lot of opportunities. He got all the at-bats. For whatever reason, they allowed him to accumulate his numbers, but he never got, to an elite level where you were just dominant for years of stretch, just kind of just above average, barely.